You were listening to Camp Radio.
My name is Miracle Ogweke and I love Camp Radio.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this.
You were listening to Camp Radio.
Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Them old mistakes are gone, I won't do them no more. That's old news, that's new news, I done did that before. I turned it into something, my comeback on 100. Let's talk it, more action, you just gon' see coming. I just keep elevating, no losses, just upgrading. My lessons made blessings, I turn that into money. They gotta never settle, this view is so much better. I'm chilling, I'm winning, like on another.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome UBONG King.
I'm not a government staff, so I'm going to be talking street language here. This program is titled the National Youth Entrepreneurship Empowerment Summit, aimed at developing the minds of young people. My plan, first of all, was to talk about making your business work, but I'll talk about Plan B, because Plan B is maybe what you need to know. Because sometimes when you have to depend on government, the disappointment is too much. Now, hold on. Now, if the disappointment is too much, and you accept it, you cannot kill yourself and come and die. I am somebody that has been on that side of the wall. At the age of 7, I was born in 1972, August 22, and I thank God for my father. By 13, when I was 13 years old, my father died at the age of 39. So my father did not even reach 40 years old. My father had 5 children from my mom. When we were going to bury my father, we found out that my father had a second wife and 4 children. So when we were burying him, they now moved us into a 3-bedroom flat. And then my mom was indoctrinating her children, including me, that we should ensure that we keep the house. We should not allow anything go to our step. My stepmom on the other side was also indoctrinating our own children. So every time we wake up with anger against my own brother and sister. Up till now, some of my siblings, I don't see them eye to eye because of the depth of indoctrination. It got so bad that when you're climbing up the staircase into the house, you don't enter with your head first. You enter with your hand, because there can be stray pots or stray plates or stray bottle. I tell people that Chinese film did not start in China. Chinese film started in my house, because you must learn to dodge. At the age of 19, I was disowned. I became a security guard because security became my passion. Why did security become my passion? Because somebody killed my father. My father was killed by his own senior brother. I got so upset that I said when I grow up, I wanted to kill the man. Unfortunately, when I grew up, the man had died, so I couldn't kill the man anymore. So that became my passion until I was called a failure. For 10 years of my life, I didn't see my family members because nobody wanted to see me. But the story changed. I came to tell every single person here, anybody that laughed at you, laughed too soon. How many of you would like to be very rich here, very successful, and have a name that will blow people's mind? That's why I came here. So everything that they have told you, please drop it at the side. Drop your paper down. Get ready for a radical mind shift. I want to tamper with your medulla oblongata. I want to touch your morbid, minchomic, mundane, moribund mindset. Stop thinking poor. Stop thinking that you need somebody's money to survive. You don't need any money from anybody. Entrepreneurship is you going to war. And I came here to look for lions. How many lions do we have in this house? Now, everything about business is market share. When you start a business, you are not starting a business because you like anybody's face. It's because you want to make money. True or false? So now, let us define what is business. Business, and I will stay with this story by Desmond Tutu. He said when missionaries came to Africa, they had a Bible in their hand and we had the land. So they said, let us pray. We closed our eyes. By the time we opened it, they are taking the land. And then we had the Bible. Today we have on almost every street in Nigeria a church or a mosque. We are the most religious country in the whole world, but nothing to show for it. We have prayed too much as a citizen, but nothing to show. I am tired of that mentality. The definition of business is war. Treat it as such. When you understand that succeeding in business is war, that you need to plan and strategize how to deal with customers, how to deal with suppliers, employees, then you understand that this seat you are sitting here, you are actually in a training camp. I didn't come here to play with you. I came here to tamper with you. I came to stir up some fire inside you. When you go to the military camp, one of the things that is known about military is that they go through discipline. They teach them, they drill them day and night to be disciplined. And every military man you see has direction, has focus, has energy. They have endurance to survive the trail. For you to survive in business, you must be disciplined. Discipline doesn't come easy. It comes with a price. That is the price you must be ready to pay. Now, when you go through this discipline, a lot of things changes in your mind. Those exercises and those drills will build up confidence in you. And those confidence will change your belief system. When your belief system is tampered, confidence and strength will automatically grow in you. I dare say anybody that is sitting here, a lot of us have heard about the lion, the Panthera leo. It's the African lion. And this lion is one of the biggest and proudest animals. But if you go to the zoo right now, or to the bush, or to the forest and ask, let's have an award night and say that which animal is the tallest animal in the jungle, the lion will not win. Will it win? If you ask which animal is the biggest animal in the jungle, will the lion win? If you ask which animal is the fastest animal in the jungle, will it win? If they ask which animal is the wisest animal in the jungle, will it win? Now, if you are the one saying that no, the lion will not win being the tallest, the lion will not win being the fastest, the lion will not win being the strongest, then you don't have any excuse to say that you are the one at a disadvantage. The lion has only one thing, and that is the attitude of winning. A lion is not the strongest. A lion is not the biggest. A lion is the boldest. Like a wise man said, I'm not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep, but rather I'm afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion. I came to raise lions here. That's why I said anybody that laughed at you laughed too soon. Their mistake was to allow me talk to you today, because I want to stir something inside you. Say, I hear you. They laughed at you. They thought, okay, they had the laugh loud. They didn't know who I was. Now, in that situation, there were two things that changed my mindset. Number one was passion, and number two was profit. Passion is anything you can do, even if nobody pays you. A young man said that he wrote a book about 20. That is passion. You need to put some fire in the inside of you. If we check everybody here who came for this event, there is something you carry on the inside of you. That is passion. Something you can do even if they pay you nothing. That is passion. Something that you can wake up at night at 2 a.m. and do. That is passion. But every time you have passion, you need to feed that passion. Passion is important. And let me tell you, someone like me, security was my passion. I will go to Ojuelegba under the bridge. I will ask those people that are selling magazines, give me one magazine, 150 naira. I will read that magazine, and then I'll go to CMS by the bus stop there, buy magazine 150. I did not need capital. I needed information. I kept eating that information day and night. Eating that information in the morning. I will mark those magazines, go anywhere and buy magazines. Arrange with people who are selling those magazines and throwing them away. Please let me have back editions of those magazines. I ate those magazines in the morning. Ate those magazines in the afternoon, ate those magazines at night. Whatever you eat and you continually eat will eventually eat you up. Will eat you up. It will eat you up. It will eat you up. Security ate me up back to back. Passion alone cannot solve it. And that is why I came, because a lot of you here, you have passion, but no motivation. What is motivation? Motivation is money. Motivation is results. Because after you have written the book, you need to see dividend of it. You cannot write a business plan and not see results out of it. It is very, very painful. Sometime almost like 12 years ago, I had the opportunity to leave the company I was working with. Remember, I was a security man. I have never applied for a job. I begged to apply for a job. My passion, security, moved me into different companies. I worked with Excel Management. I work with Pahead Security. I work with Halogen Security. I worked with Alarm Center day and night. I did not have a life. I killed myself to security. Until you are ready to die for your passion, you cannot live to enjoy it. You cannot. I did that, and at a certain point, I resigned from a company called Excel Management. My HMO for my family had been cut off. I had a BMW car that used to drive me because the car would stop on the road at its own wheel. And I told everybody there were different spirits in that car. The bonnet was from another car. The windshield was from another car. The radiator was from another car. The exhaust was from another car. So today, the radiator will spoil on its own. Tomorrow, the exhaust will spoil on its own. This part will spoil on its own. So they had a mind of their own. Unfortunately for me, at that point in time, my landlord woke up and told me that they needed to increase the house rent, or they wanted me out of the house because they were not sure I could pay. And unfortunately for me, at this same time, my wife lost a baby because I could not buy medicine, 6,000 naira. I lost a baby. Until you get angry with your present position, you will not stand up. Why you are sitting there? Because you are satisfied. The day you get angry, because hunger is the gift of God to man. Until you are hungry, you will not find food. And I dare tell people that the problem we have is free food. Because a boy of 25, 26 or a girl of 27 is at home in the morning, they give her breakfast. Fried plantain, fried egg, she eats with coleslaw, takes some juice and then sleep and then wake up by 11 o'clock. Watch Telemundo, watch Z-World. Then by afternoon, by 2 o'clock, they're giving her pounded yam with 4 wraps of condensed pounded yam. Give her with white soup and chicken. She will have to push the meat to touch the soup because it is loaded. There's shrimps inside, she swallows or he swallows, then sleeps. By 4 p.m., he's awake. He's watching Arsenal, he's watching Man U, he's watching Chelsea. He knows when La Liga is starting. He knows when Premier is ending. He knows when Rooney was born. He knows when Rooney's wife went to primary school. He knows everything about complete football, but does not know anything about his complete life. By 6 p.m., the sister has come back home and she's looking at him. Because she is doing keto, she does not take carbohydrate. And then she puts vegetable and meat. He eats that food. And when he eats that food, what happens? The guy looks at it and says, man, kolewek. He goes out to town. He goes to the joint. Takes 2 croaker fish. He will eat it. Take 2 bottles of Odeku to step down. Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. After 4 years, he goes to church and says, Pastor, there's a witch in my family. Please pray for me. I came to explain to you who that witch is today. Your mother and father that gave you free food. When they give you free food, they stop you from thinking. When they stop you from thinking, they stop you from productivity. I started my own company from my bedroom. I didn't need an office to start a company. I had only a laptop. I had internet. And I had a desktop. My wife gave me approval to use the bedroom, a part, to start my company. But I put a target on myself. I started in security. And I tell people, because Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the vice president of UAE, the emir of Dubai, I claim the man as my uncle. The man said in Africa, when a gazelle wakes up, it has to run faster than the fastest animal, fastest lion, otherwise it will be eaten for lunch. He says in that same Africa, when a lion wakes up, it has to run faster than the fastest gazelle, otherwise it will not eat lunch. The moral of the story is whether you're a lion or a gazelle, when you wake up, start running. Start running. Start running. Start running. Start running. Tell your neighbor run. Tell your neighbor run. Tell your neighbor run. We cannot continue at this pace. Every single person under the sound of my voice here, you are in one of these 3 markets because there are 3 core markets. That market is either health, wealth, or relationship. All your businesses are tied to any of these 3 parts. But you can't do business like this. You need to choose maybe which sub-market will you pay. So when you find a core market you're interested in, you need to move to the next level and decide what sub-market. A sub-market is like something like if it's in wealth, you have real estate and you have sales. If it is an investment, so those are wealth. Bankers will now come under investing. Real estate is under wealth. Then you now have the people in health. You have weight loss. You have people in nutrition. You have people in holistic